Hey guys, what's up? Z here with Giz China, and this is the 12-inch laptop from Chuwi, the Chuwi Lapbook 12.3 with the Surface Pro 4 screen. It also has 6 gigs of RAM and a metal body, so let's see how good this laptop is. The body is kind of big actually. I was expecting something smaller, but it seems like this laptop is definitely not as compact as we were led to believe. It's also moderately heavy, partly because of the metal used to make the chassis, and speaking of the chassis, it's very solid and it feels super durable, and you could probably knock someone out with it. There are tons of ports on the laptop, 2 USB ports, micro SD card slot, and a mini HDMI port, so you definitely won't be lacking. And when you open up the laptop, you see quite a lot of unused space, big bezels around the screen, and around the keyboard and trackpad as well, there's quite a bit of unused space. The keyboard is actually pretty good, the keys spring back nicely and the plastic is not bad quality. The keys are a little small and squished together though, they should have made the keyboard bigger. The trackpad is actually pretty similar to the keyboard, it works well and is accurate, but it could be bigger. You can't turn off multi-finger gestures though. Moving on to the display, and it's dazzling. I just cannot get enough of looking at the screen because of how good it looks. Colors are saturated but not oversaturated. Two things though: first, it doesn't get brighter than 50%, which is definitely a software problem. And the second is that there is some pretty severe letterboxing when watching movies. There really isn't any 3x2 content to take advantage of this screen here. Other than that, the screen looks awesome. Audio is a mixed bag. Volume is great, it gets super loud. Quality it's fine. It does actually get a bit of bass, but the problem is that it's completely overpowered by the mids and highs, which do sound fine, but at max volume they start being unclear and generally do not sound as good. In terms of battery life, it was very hard, almost impossible to get 8 hours of screen on time. I usually got around 7 hours and this was light stuff. Chrome, maybe some YouTube, Microsoft Office, some email, no gaming or anything like that. If you want to game, battery life drops to 2.5 to 3 hours max. You get activated Windows 10, and in terms of speed, Windows 10 is fast enough. Microsoft Word, email, Chrome all work well, but you still can't play 4K video on Chrome, but you can on Edge. I tried GIMP and it works, and it's also kind of slow. The hard disk is also kind of slow, but you only notice it when you're copying a file or doing something else at the same time. You can game on this laptop, and it's basically 720p in Dota for playable frame rate, so that's about your limit. The laptop does get super hot inside when gaming, or even if you're doing some intense multitasking in Chrome. You cannot feel it outside, but CPU-Z reports upwards of 90 degrees, at which point the laptop starts throttling down. For connectivity, the laptop not only has many ports, but it also has wireless AC for fast file transfer over wireless LAN, but sadly speeds are not as good as a wireless AC will suggest. So to conclude, the Chuwi Lapbook 12.3 is a great laptop with a couple of small issues here and there, and one big problem. The big problem is improper cooling of the chip, and the small problems include things like 50% brightness, ugly bezels, and no USB-C port. However, in my opinion, the pros outweigh the cons. You get 6 GB of RAM, okay battery life, an amazing screen, ports galore, and a rock solid build. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.